Tonight's talk with your host Reggie B. Come on, let's all join in. Free your voice, it's your choice, alright here. Oh, simply straight talk.
But it's Z, not you. Nah, I invited my daughter, not you.
Hey, look over your left shoulder real quick. I think they about to have a fight.
These spiced wings are on point.
Okay, listen to me and stop licking your fingers like a cat's licking its paws.
I hear you, but this some tasty food. Who am I looking at?
Boy, don't stare folks down. You have no clue how to be discreet.
I'm trying to see who you're talking about.
Hold on, just listen for a second.
Got me fucked up, I'm telling you.
What are they arguing about?
So, she wants him to pay the bill, and he said he only invited the child and not her.
Why would you throw that shit on me? I'm not paying for that shit. Goofy.
Now they throwing their drinks at each other with the baby sitting right there.
I invited my daughter, though. I invited you.
I'm not paying for that shit.
I told you stay home. Don't get mad.
Now you pay for that shit.
Alright, but you broke though. You can't get no food. It's mine. Move.
See, that's crazy. They doing too much.
I tell you, sometimes that baby mama and baby daddy drama is over the dumbest stuff. So let me ask you, what would you have done in that situation?
If I were planning on taking my child out to eat and not the mother, then that's what I would have done. If the mother was coming, then we would have decided from the jump if she was paying her own bill or was I paying for everybody. But rather than cause a scene, I just would have paid the bill.
I think that's fair. I know parents don't always see eye to eye. I know women who want the child's father to be a part of the kid's life, but without creating unnecessary drama for no reason, especially when she has moved on and he can't get any sex from her.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to admit it, but some guys do play games like that. I can't tell you why some guys expect a woman to give them the boyfriend or husband benefits when they're just an ex.
Who knows? Now, to keep it 100, women are not innocent all the time either, because some women use their kids as a weapon against their ex.
Real talk, I think people let their emotions take control of some situations. I mean, some stuff can be solved just by dealing with the issue and taking care of what needs to be taken care of. And you know, a lot of men now, to be honest, feel like the money they give the mother, 80 to 90% of that she probably used for herself.
Just like you have bad men that neglect their children, you know you got some women that do the same thing to the father. But society just puts everyone in the same basket.
You are so right about that.
Who wants to argue with someone every time you're trying to tell them the child needs health care, clothes, shoes, lunch money, or help with the child to go on a trip or to a camp?
Oh, I agree. You speaking facts. You and I both know the parents are so mad at each other that they can't see anything but petty revenge.
Oh, you mean like when you took Julia to small claims court over a $40 piece of jewelry you made in metal craft class where they give you the materials?
I wanted satisfaction. Did I not get it back? Besides, we didn't have any kids, so that's a different situation.
Yeah, you got it back, but you spent $60 in court fees. Then you spent another $50 to have her served by the marshal. And all you got out of it was a worthless piece of metal.
Damn, that helper got over on me. I was kind of petty. She was stupid, though.
And you really believe all that you made, you came out on top? Why do you think she was laughing the whole time? You played yourself, stupid.
See, I knew you were going to go there.
Welcome to the Simply Straight Talk Show, a podcast about real life with real talk. Each week, we deliver the best hard-hitting conversations on topics that affect you and me every day on this journey called life. Now, here's your host, Reggie Maddox.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Simply Straight Talk Show. This is your host, Reggie Maddox. Now, today, we are going to talk about baby mama and baby daddy drama. Now, I wanted to talk about this topic because there are a lot of people out there right now who are dealing with baby mama and baby daddy drama. You know, they're either trying to pursue a new relationship, they're trying to get their life back on track. Then all of a sudden, this drama comes up. I want to dive into this topic, hoping that maybe somebody who's in this situation, whether it is the parent that has custodial custody or maybe the parent who doesn't have custodial custody, whichever way it is, if you are the parent and you feel like you're involved in baby mama drama, even if you're not involved in baby mama drama, I think I want you to listen to this show and maybe take some tips on what can help you maintain a stable relationship with the other parent. I think a lot of times that just gets completely lost. It gets lost in the whole part of the whole breakup, the divorce, however it ended. Everything gets lost and goes out the window. Then all this drama comes into play. Now, here's the thing. Think about this. You were dating a man or a woman. Y'all broke up and there's a child or children involved. Now, all of a sudden, you meet somebody new. You met a wonderful man or woman. They love you. They are secure and supportive of your goals. Things are going well, and you can't believe how fortunate you are. But there's just one obstacle you have to jump. But it seems more like a mountain, like the size of planet Jupiter. And that is, he or she has children from a previous relationship. And a man or woman that they were with is like a living true life horror story. I mean, your loving home includes a baby mama and a baby daddy who's on the curb of the street, and it's not pretty. Because even though they're not actually in the home with you, they're not actually a part of the current relationship, their connection through the children is like somebody standing on the curb of the street of your house, always yelling something, always screaming something, always throwing some type of noise towards your house to create distraction, to create discomfort, to create stress. Now, let's get into what is a baby mama or baby daddy. I want to kind of put that out there because some people may not know. I'm pretty sure everybody does. But let me just give you my definition of what a baby mama or baby daddy is. First, a baby mama or baby daddy is simply an expression for a woman or man who shares a child with someone else whom they no longer are in a relationship with. They are the mother or the father of the child, whether you like it or not. Some of them will never disappear. They're always going to be there. Now, I do believe that, as they are the parents, they should be a part of the relationship with the children. Heard what I said? As one of the parents, they should have a relationship with the children and a cordial relationship at least with the mother or the new stepfather, stepmother. Now, my thing is, I do feel that there are some cases where I think that some men or some women should just walk away because they are just so toxic in the life of the child, the raising of the child, their presence in any way. It just creates a toxic environment altogether. And that's primarily what they thrive on, bringing any type of toxic negativity into the life of the other person. Now, regardless of how it affects the child, they don't care. They see it as punishment to the parent, which is a stupid way to think. Now, I want to be clear. Not every baby mama or baby daddy is spiteful, hateful, or ridiculous, but those who are can be a force to be reckoned with. We know that. I know that from experience. But why does he or she have to behave in such an irrational and combative manner? Why the late night calls, that just erupt into arguments? Why the mean mugging and stare downs at family functions and outings? And why does every decision have to become a battleground for war? Now, there are a variety of reasons why people behave this way. Now, the first reason they may come up for some people is they may say to themselves like, well, he or she is bitter and they want to reconcile a relationship with me. Now, you may believe this because it makes you feel better about yourself. Almost like you're the winning lottery ticket that they threw away and now they want it back. They want you back. Now, it may make you feel good about yourself. You can go right ahead and continue believing that. But in all honesty, oftentimes, this is a lie people tell themselves, to justify their own mindset and to comfort themselves. The real reason may be more complex than you can imagine as to why some people have relationships that are just filled with baby mama drama, even though they're not with that person. They may be with somebody else. But what we're going to do is let's explore, okay, why some relationships are in a chokehold with baby mama and baby daddy drama. And we're going to do this by asking ourselves a few questions. Number one, now this is not the number one reason, but since I'm starting off, this is the first question I'm asking. But are you still sleeping with the enemy? Are you still sleeping with your ex? Now, this often occurs after a breakup and both parties are not clear if the breakup was the right decision, or they're just feeling alone and need some company or attention. And this can send mixed signals. You're not living together and you're only getting a few minutes or an hour or two of pleasure, then you go back to your own home. And it causes a false sense of we're good until you get into a verbal discussion about the relationship. And oftentimes this happens when the relationship is sort of newly broken up, to where both people might be kind of entertaining little sexual, desire, just kind of being able to get your rocks off real quick because nobody else is in the picture. So you're kind of feeling like, well, I'm comfortable with him. I'm comfortable with her. So it's just an easy way to relieve that sexual tension. Sleeping with your ex can create more drama, especially when there are kids involved. Because for one, it gives the kids a false sensation that maybe mom and dad are going to get back together. One of the parents may be thinking, well, maybe if this is going good, we'll get back together. Like I said, it's only sex. When you get into the relationship discussion of why and how you guys broke up, then you're going to come back to reality like, now I know why we're not together. So you got to remember, sleeping with the ex is not a good idea. It's going to create baby mama drama, especially when you bring somebody new into the picture and they get jealous. The first thing they're going to say is, well, you were sleeping with me last week. We've been still sleeping together. And men and women will throw that out there to cause you to break up with the new person you're with. Next, did the relationship vibe change when you met somebody new? See, some baby mamas and baby daddies can have a great relationship with the ex. And what I mean by saying that is they're supportive and they're respectful. But when a new man or woman comes in the picture, their whole attitude is changed. Everything is met with conflict. You start hearing stuff like, oh, that punk ass dude told you to say that. Or, you got women like, oh, that bitch playing games. This can also result from one or both people not fully being over the other person. They're jealous that that person is in a relationship. Maybe that person is happy. They don't like the fact that this person may be able to spend more time with the kids. So that causes a problem. Especially if one of the kids said, call that person mama or daddy. And it's not that, it's just that they feel comfortable. They feel good. That person probably treats them better than the person who's supposed to be the parent is. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you got to check yourself on that. But did the relationship change when somebody else come in the picture? Because some people really can be cool and, everything is copacetic as long as you're single and it's just you and the kids. But as soon as that man meets another woman and he falls in love, she doesn't like that. As soon as that woman meets another man and she's happy and her life is going good, the ex doesn't like that. The man doesn't like that. So now he wants to create more drama, which is unnecessary for either person to do that, whether it be the man or the woman. Next, are you trying to have a new life living in the old ways? And this is something that I see people do, but I don't quite understand it myself. Listen, your ex is your ex. Now, it's good for the child's father or mother to want to be in the child's life as much as possible. I get that. I would never deny that. But does their presence create tension and conflict to the point that it affects you and your children? You know what I'm saying? Co-parenting in some cases means you can't do everything together. The child may have to have alternate birthdays or just 2 celebrations. They can have one person can have them on the birthday. The other person can have them like the day before, the day after. You know what I'm saying? But you don't have to sit together at events. You know, if your present is going to be all about trying to one up your spouse, make them jealous, or to irritate your spouse, because your ex rather, because it's not your spouse anymore. A lot of times what you get is when a baby mama or baby daddy goes somewhere, you know, they want to see who the other person is coming with. And if they find out before the event they're coming with somebody, then they may bring somebody. They want to one up them. You know, they want to give nasty looks, attitude, make snide comments. You know what I'm saying? They want to be acknowledged as I am the parent, but it's 2 parents. You know what I'm saying? So when you go to events like that, sometimes and other people know that you've gotten divorced, you know, neither parent wants to look like, well, I'm the parent that's not there. Both parents want to look like, well, I'm the one that's there. I'm the one that's doing this, doing that. The thing about it is, if you go to your child's event, you simply want your child to have a great event. You want to show support. Go up, congratulate your child, say, I love you, and either do something with them afterwards, do something with them the next day. You got to work that stuff out. But the problem is when some parents try to create the vibe of like, listen, you know, when we was married, we used to do all this stuff together. But when you're divorced or you've broken up and you got another person that you're with and your ex comes, and if your ex can't sit there and be responsible, shake that person's hand, say hello, sit there, be proud of the child and go about their business, congratulate the child, then you got a problem. Because what's going to happen is the person you with now is going to feel uncomfortable. You're going to be uncomfortable. Your ex is sitting there creating drama that doesn't need to be there. You know, it's just too much. It's too much. That's why I say sometimes you don't have to sit together. You know, the child can come up, see one parent. Hey, your mother's over there. Go say hey to your mother. You know, speak to your mother, okay? Send the child to go talk to the mother. The child comes back with the parents. Everybody goes home. You know what I'm saying? Or go say, your father's over there. Hey, make sure you go say hi to your father. Go talk to your father. You know, it's ways to do it to show respect, and you can do it from a distance, especially if you know being in each other's presence eye to eye is going to create problems. Because it's not, like I said, some type of snide comment, bad attitude, things like that happen. And people simply get into the wrong frame of mind. You know, and the thing about it is, baby mama and baby daddy drama is one thing if 2 people don't like each other, but you can still coexist. Because remember, the relationship you need to have is with the child. You only need to associate with the parent, the other parent, is regarding the child's well-being. That's it. You don't need to know about what they're doing, if they went to the movies, how they, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if you don't even have to care how they're doing, but you need to care about the child. You need to listen and be responsive to what is going on with the child. When parents try to dig too deep because they're trying to get too much information, or like I said, they're starting to get jealous, they're starting to get attitude, starting to have flashbacks, because that happens. You have people that will be in conversation and they're on the phone. All of a sudden, they're having a flashback of something that happened during the relationship. The relationship ended 3 years ago, and you're still having flashbacks. You got to be mindful of that stuff. Because when you have baby mama and baby daddy drama, who are you really hurting when you go after each other? You heard in the little script with me and Melissa in the early part of the show, you know, shout out to Melissa. You know what I'm saying? You heard that little script where there was a little argument between 2 couples about who was going to pay and all this, and they was out with the child. I mean, that's the type of stuff that literally goes on for real. You're out with a little baby and you're sitting there arguing over who's going to pay for a bill. Who pays the price? The child. It gives the child to be a negative experience when you two are in each other's space. Come on, people, we got to grow up. Listen, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back with more of the Simply Straight Talk Show.
We'll be back with your host, Reggie, on Simply Straight Talk.
Hey, we all know that Atlanta, Georgia is a big city, and sometimes you might need just a little bit of help. But you know what? That's why we have Legs Concierge Services. Are you looking for someone to help you with errands, event planning, dog walking, organizing, shopping, or maybe you're in need of a personal assistant? Then you need to contact Legs Concierge Services, operating in Atlanta, Georgia. For more information on these and additional services, contact rarmstrong105@gmail.com. That's rarmstrong105@gmail.com. Remember, time is precious, so let Legs Concierge Services help you enjoy it so much better.
Like what you hear so far? Make sure you never miss a show by clicking the subscribe button now. This podcast is made possible by listeners like you. Thank you for your support. Now back to the show.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to today's show. Today we're talking about baby mama and baby daddy drama. Now, early in the show, just a quick recap. We asked some questions that you might need to think about if you're having baby mama and baby daddy drama. The first set of questions were, are you sleeping with your ex, your baby mama or baby daddy? Did the relationship vibe change when you met someone new? Okay. Are you trying to have a new life but living in the old ways? Like trying to do things like you're still a couple? Now, next, we want to move into a new set of questions. And like I said, I want you to think about this whole thing when it comes to why you're having baby mama and baby daddy drama. I'm just asking you some questions that might make you think about, this is why I'm going through this with this person. Next is, did the relationship end with regrets and no closure? See, so often breakups end with 90% name calling and lies than actual honesty. If there is any honesty, it's often just totally missed and overlooked due to the intense frustration with each other and the arguing. Look, it only takes one person in a relationship to say, you know what, it's over, I'm done, or I want a divorce, before the conversation ends with both parties going their separate ways and they both begin to strategize on, okay, what am I going to get out of this and what are they not going to get? Okay, because the lack of closure leads to the mind being consumed with questions like, why did they cheat? What did I do wrong? How did I miss the signs? What would people think? Everyone thinks I'm to blame. How am I going to move forward with my finances and the bills? With that being said, all of this comes into play when the other person appears to be happily moving on with their life and their past like it never happened. Like the past relationship never happened. It didn't exist. They just moved on. And in some cases, a person's mind can spark a memory that creates a negative emotional reaction, which leads to baby mama drama. See, when relationships end, can't talk, when relationships end, that there's some regrets involved in a relationship, there was no closure on why things happened, why the relationship ended, then it really does lead to baby mama, baby daddy drama. Because sometimes that person wants answers. They feel like they can't get answers. They're being lied to. Even if the person is telling them the truth, they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. They really simply don't want to hear it. Some people just can't accept the fact that something is over. It's like they just keep going back like, well, it doesn't make sense. I don't understand. How did it come to this? And if they're not happy in their mind, if they're not settled on the situation, trust me, they're going to make sure that nothing in your life is settled as well. Next up, Are you, now think about this, ask yourself this, am I, but I'm saying, are you or the ex emotionally wounded? Personally, I believe now this is the main reasons many relationships are embedded with baby mama and baby daddy drama. The loss of the relationship compiled with the unproductive obsession to have the child declare you as a preferred parent is a recipe for baby mama and baby daddy drama. It is the perfect cake to create drama. All right. Emotional wounds can take years to heal. And for some people, there's just no healing. They will not get over it. They will not let it go. Oftentimes, it could be the person that created the divides in a relationship can't let it go because they're not settled with themselves. Now, baby mama and baby daddies who are emotionally wounded want nothing more than to cause stress and mental breakdowns to the other person. That's it. They want their ex to suffer. They want them to suffer. Their unhealing heart is not a concern about the overall well-being of the child now. It's revenge for the relationship that they felt took something from them. So from their perspective, their goal in life, their passion in life is to make sure that you are unhappy at any case. Whatever they can do to do it, if they can argue over mismatched socks, they will. No matter what. If you call to tell them that the child is going to be in the play, they want to argue about it. You told them 2 months in advance, you should have told them 3 months in advance. You know what I'm saying? They're going to argue about it. Next up, does their love, personal and professional life suck? Let's be real. Because if it does, then guess what? They're going to want yours to suck also. If you're going home happy, if you have somebody else and you're happy, if their friends are telling them that they just saw you got a promotion and they saw you with him or her, you was out with the other person, you was out with the kids, and their mindset is, well, you're just being selfish. You're being selfish for having a better life. And I don't like it. They don't like it at all. And you're the reason that their life sucks. Even though it's been 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, you're the reason that their life has not moved in a better way. You're the reason that their life sucks. They are angry with you. They are coming for you. They are mad at you because their personal life, their love life, and their professional life is not where they want it to be. So guess what? It's your fault. You should not be doing well while they are suffering. You should not be happy and in love. Your kids should not be happy. And the fact that your job should not be happy with you because their life is not where they want it to be. Your life should be where it is. You should be living a miserable life because they're miserable. And some people are like that. And that is what brings baby mama and baby daddy drama into the other person's life. Now, it could be the baby mama and the baby daddy, however it is, whichever way it flows. If they're unhappy, you have to be unhappy. That's how some people are. Next up. Now, this is, this one right here. Does he or she pay child support or just want the kids with no responsibility? This would probably be my number 2 on this list. And honestly, even though I am conflicted on this topic, I will admit that. See, child support is a tough subject, especially when you're the one dishing out the funds. And your child says they can't go to the movies because the custodial parent is saying, well, your mommy or daddy doesn't give them enough money, but mom is in the beauty parlor every week with a new hairstyle with full nails and a pedicure. And not to mention she buying the latest iPhone every time a new one comes out. And, and dad is saying, well, your mom don't help out. She don't do nothing. I'm the one that take care of you. She don't pay her child support like she's supposed to. But he got season tickets, on the 50-yard line for the games. And he's buying the most high-end parts for this little classic car. He's spending all this money on the things that he loves, but he's telling the child, mommy doesn't do enough. Or she's telling her child, daddy doesn't do enough. This is a real hard area right here because child support is such a touchy issue in the way the money is distributed with the child. Now, there are some mothers and fathers out there who receive child support and they use that money for the child. Now, there are some parents out there now who get child support, and you got some mothers and some fathers who use that money for themselves and the child get whatever they feel they need. Now, me personally, side note here, I think child support, if you're going to make a parent pay child support, then that parent should be able to see where that money is going. I do believe that there has to be some type of documentation as to where that money is spent. Now, I know some parents like, tell me how to spend no money. I'm raising a child. But if you got an active parent, and if both parents are active in the child's life, then I say yes. If one parent is not active in the child's life, then you know what, whatever to that parent, whether it's a male or female. But that's the thing about it, man. It's really tough when it comes to the child support situation. But child support does create conflict because some parents say it's not enough. Some parents don't use the money. Some parents do. Some parents who pay child support don't consider the fact that, as the child gets older, they're going to have medical expenses. They're going to want to play sports. They're going to want to be in events. They want to go to camp. They're going to want to go on trips. They're going to be things that's outside of child support, which means beyond the roof, the food, and medical insurance. But you know what? We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with more of the Simply Straight Talk Show.
Free your mind, free your voice right here on Simply Straight Talk.
RM Viaging is a company based on life's journey and sharing life lessons with the world in the form of laughter and reflection, inspiring people to go after their dreams and not giving up on life. RM Viaging creates inspirational music and motivational speeches designed to motivate all age groups. Visit our website at www.rmviaging.com to hear samples of our music. You will also find motivational articles on our blog page titled New Life, New Mind Blog. We also have a weekly podcast hosted by Reggie called Simply Straight Talk, all on our website at www.rmviaging.com.
You're listening to the Simply Straight Talk Show, bringing you the best conversation on your morning, afternoon, and primetime drive.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the final thoughts of today's show. Man, today we talked about baby mama and baby daddy drama. Now, I did not want to just put all the blame on baby mamas. I did not want to put all the blame on baby daddies. But what I really wanted to do was basically say that sometimes both of them can act crazy. So it's not just baby mamas, it's not just baby daddies, it's on both sides, men and women. Now, to all those men out there that's handling their business, being a part of their child's life, be responsible, taking care of their kids, props up and shouts out to you. To all the mothers out there that's being responsible, taking care of your kids, who wants the father to be a part of their child's life and not using the child as a weapon against the father, more power to you. Now, to those parents out there who's doing both those things and also doing it together, much respect, much love. Now, to the parents out there that's out there bickering and arguing, creating drama, trying to hurt each other, for what? You're wasting a lot of time and energy to get back at somebody for a relationship that didn't work. Face the facts. It was not meant to be. Take time to heal. Allow yourself to heal so you can meet the right person. And remember, all of that stress and anxiety and tension and hurtful things you're trying to do to your mate, every time you call your ex just to start a fight when they with the child, who are you really hurting? Who are you really hurting? Take this from a guy who I have been in a relationship with someone that had kids. And I'm going to tell you right now, it was an okay but not a fun experience. I dealt with the jealous father who didn't know me from anything, was sending messages through the kids about how he would kick my ass. I dealt with that mess. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of it depends too on how the parent responds to it. You know, it's not easy when someone else steps into the picture and someone else has kids. First, you got to deal with that dynamic within the household. Then you got to deal with the extra variable of somebody from the outside who's jealous, they're not handling their responsibilities, or somebody who's just jealous because they feel like they should be the sole provider, but you're not solely providing. Be respectful. Allow people to move on with their life and find love. Allow your kids to understand that you are the mother, you are the father, you love them, and whoever your mother brings into their life is going to be somebody that does the same. They're not trying to replace you. They're not trying to hurt you. If anything, you are doing more to hurt that other person. So we need to stop doing that. If you got the kids, don't use the kids against the other parent. You know, if the other parent has the kids, don't try to use the kids against them. You know, you have to come to an understanding that you don't have to like each other. You don't have to be the best friends and hang out. And I understand certain coaches feel like if we get divorced, then we still got to sit at the table and eat together every night. Now, I can't speak for every coach, but I can speak for Reggie Maddox culture. If I'm with somebody and we have kids and we get divorced, my relationship is with the child. My communication with you is about the child. I don't need to be on the phone with you for 2 or 3 hours. It's about the child. My relationship is to make sure that child is raised, grows up wise, understands what's going on in this world, able to put a foot in this world, and me to help guide them around the obstacles that can take them down. So we need to remember that. You know, this is not a war against each other. This is a war against us trying to keep our children from falling into a pit, falling into the wrong hands, being manipulated and deceived out here in these streets or killed by these police, black men, black families. So I just want to put that, but it's true. But the thing about it is, man, we have to be responsible for each other. And we got to learn that the ultimate goal is the well-being of the kids and the parents as well. But you have to be able to coincide and work together. Hey, this is Reggie Maddox, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this show. If you have a baby mama, baby daddy drama story, drop it down in the comments, man. Let me know. Shoot me an email. Tell me about it. Hey, I may call you so we can actually talk about it live. You know what I'm saying? Because I know a lot of folks got something to say about this. And let me know what you think about this show. Hey, I appreciate y'all, man. All the love and support. Hey, I will see y'all next week right here on the Simply Straight Talk Show.
Thanks for joining us this week on the Simply Straight Talk podcast. Make sure you visit our website at rmviagem.com, where you can subscribe to the show on iTunes, Libsyn, SoundCloud, or Spotify, so you'll never miss a show. While you're at it, if you found value in the show, we'd appreciate a rating on iTunes, or if you'd simply tell a friend about the show, that will help us out too. Thank you, and see you next week.